Alright, so today we're going to be doing a lesson on Codecademy to learn how to do HTML, and it's going to be a little, this is going to be like pre-recorded, sort of, like the voice narration didn't work, because I had a pair of earbuds plugged in that the thing didn't work. So, what is HTML? Alright, so HTML is the language used to create the websites you visit every day. It provides a logical way to structure content for websites. So that basically means we made something, our heading, H1, so it goes bracket H1 then bracket, and it's YouTube Learning. We titled it YouTube Learning to Code. Then we do backslash, or no, not backslash yet, but we do angle bracket, then backslash H1 angle bracket. Basically, the H1 by itself, like bracket, no, not, yeah, angle bracket, H1 bracket, angle bracket, means the start, basically. So, and then the bracket backslash H1 angle bracket means the ending. So basically, we put a H1 at the beginning, bracket, H1, bracket, YouTube Learning to Code, then bracket slash H1 bracket. So then we just do YouTube Learning to Code, and then we go on to the next lesson. It's doc type. I think we're on doc type now. No, we're still on we're still on HTML. Alright, so we're still putting in, geez, what am I talking about? Alright, so we get back, what's it called? The metals and stuff. So now we're going on to the next lesson. Whenever myself up front there decides to stop talking. There we go. Okay. Next, doc type. It goes angle bracket, exclamation mark, all caps with doc type, DOCTYPE, then lowercase HTML, then angle bracket. And then, whether you realize it or not, when you read text, your brain must first identify the text's language if you can understand that language. Then your brain must immediately begin to interpret the text. The same process happens whether you're reading a street sign, book, or name tag. Web browsers work in a similar way. They must know what a language is. Document is written in before they can process its contents. You can let web browsers know what you are using HTML by starting your document with a document type declaration. Declaration looks like this. It looks like the exclamation mark, it goes angle bracket, exclamation mark, DOCTYPE, all caps, HTML. Alright, so now we are going on to the activity, and basically you don't really need to do anything for the activity because it's already there for you. So now we can just go along. After myself decides to stop talking. Alright, we're on to the next one. We are on preparing for HTML. Great browsers that read your code will know how to expect HTML when they attempt to read your file. Alright, so basically, again, we don't have to do anything for this one. So I'm just going to talk while myself decides to be an idiot over there. Alright, so to create an HTML structure and content, we must add opening and closing what's it called? Angle bracket HTML angle bracket tags like so, and then anything between the opening HTML and the closing HTML code HTML tags will be interpreted as HTML code. Without these tags, it is impossible that browsers could incorrectly interpret the your HTML code. So I think I'm on to the next one. No, I'm still being an idiot on that page. Yeah, that's the page that I messed up on, and I didn't know what to do. Okay, I got it right. So now next one. Now this one, basically, you don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna explain it. All right, so your holy this is like an equation here. This whole section right here is an element. All right, the arrow p arrow is your opening tag, and then at the end, your arrow /p arrow is your closing tag. So you can't forget the slash at the end, because it will not process it correctly. So before we move forward, it is important to discuss how HTML elements are structured. The diagram to the right displays an HTML paragraph element. So basically, we studied it, we went over it, and now we should be moving on soon. Like now. Alright, so the head. Alright, so far you've done two things. Declared the browser that your code is HTML, and added the HTML element that will contain the rest of your code. So let's give the browser some information about the page. We can do this by a head element. The head element contains the metadata for a web page. Metadata is information about the page that is not displayed directly on the web page. Basically, it's what you could see in the editing, but they can't see in the final copy of it. So basically, what we don't have to do anything here. And once again, I try to be an idiot and try to type stuff and I get it wrong. So I'm going to explain some more. The opening and closing head tags typically appear as the first item of your HTML. So, and then basically, it's angle bracket head angle bracket for the start. Then for the ending one, it's angle bracket / head angle bracket. So that's basically it for this page. I'm gonna be on here for much longer. Not much longer, but yeah, I'll be on here until this clip ends. Should be very soon. And then I'll start a new clip, figure out how to do it. Alright. Yeah, so this clip right here is how you really do it. And then I'm going to click check. I'm going to click run here in a minute. Yeah, right there. I'm going to click run. Now we're going to get it right, and then we're going to go on to the next one. Alright, so page titles. What kind of metadata about the web page can this head element contain? If you navigate to the Codecademy catalog and look at the top of your browser, you'll notice the words, all courses I learned to code interactively, Codecademy. Codecademy. Alright, so what you do here is basically you copy and paste the what's it called? Where is it? The My Coding Journal within the titles. So basically you do angle bracket. Oh wow, I guess I already moved on. So basically I'm gonna go with this real quick. You do angle bracket title, angle bracket, then My Coding Journal, and angle bracket / title, angle bracket. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, so site title. This is basically what shows up at the top of your screen. Like at the top of the web page, it says Learn HTML and Elements and Structure Codecademy. That's basically what everything that it is. It's nothing important. Alright, next. Okay, so the body. We've added some HTML, but still haven't seen any results. That is because you have to add body, like in number 6. You have to add bracket, body, bracket. Then you have to do, for the paragraph that you want to type with, you have to do slash angle bracket P, then angle bracket, then your paragraph that you want to write, and then angle bracket slash P, angle bracket. Then you want to put another body at the bottom, put a slash body. So angle bracket slash body, angle bracket. And then we're getting it right here. And we're going to move on here shortly. Alright, here we go. Next one. We're on lesson 9 already. That's great. Alright, so continuing, we left off on self-closing tag. Might be almost done with that, actually. No, we're not. Alright, so self-closing tag. Thus far, we haven't only seen HTML elements with an opening and closing tag. Few types of elements, however, we require only one tag. Self-closing elements contain all the information the browser needs to render the element inside a single tag. Also, because they are single tags and they cannot wrap around raw text or other elements. The line break element B angle bracket BR space backslash angle bracket. Alright. Hopefully you all are still with me. And we are going to see what the activity is here. Alright, so add a self-closing tag after the question mark. So it is under the body. There is the first paragraph, and it says shall compare to a summer's day question mark. Then after that question mark, you would put angle bracket BR space backslash angle bracket. And then that basically spaces it out and tells the computer to, like, slow down a little bit. Now we're moving on to the 10th. Alright, so where we left off again was HTML structure, which I believe we're almost done with. Alright, so yeah, no, I think we just started it. Alright, the rest of this lesson will focus on how HTML is structured and some tools developers use to make code easier to interpret. Alright, so we got this paragraph is, oh no, we didn't even do it yet. Alright, so because I'm heading the video, so basically I'll just start explaining what it is. Basically, HTML documents are organized as a collection of parent-child relationships. Right when an element is contained inside another element, it is considered the child of that element. The child element is said to be nested inside the parent, and since there can be multiple levels of nesting, this analogy can be extended to the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and beyond. Let's consider a more complicated example. The body, the H1 student, P is get started, paragraph, the paragraph is get started. These are very, very small paragraphs, but okay. guess I'm not the one to judge right now. But we still haven't gotten to that point yet. So you'll see in 1 second. Yeah, so I'm explaining it now without any sound. So, alright, I'm going to explain this a little forth. In line number 10, you're going to put a P, or wait, no, you're just going to scroll down to the question mark, the instructions, and you're going to add a paragraph below as a child of the div element. So the child, you're going to put one, you're going to copy that paragraph and paste it under the first div, and then you're going to press run, and then it should be correct. And then you're going to do the second problem, and it's going to say add a paragraph below as the child of the body element. So under the first body, you're going to do under the body and under the H1. So on line number 10, there should be a sentence there. This paragraph is a child of the body element, and that is mostly it. And the next one, white space. White space as the code of HTML file grows, it becomes increasingly difficult to keep track of how elements are related. Programmers use tools to visualize the relationship between elements, white space, and indentation. So you're gonna copy the first question and then paste it in over in line number 3, and it will be correct. Then you just hit next, run, and then next, and it should be correct. Alright, so this is now current. I am speaking as of right now because thank God I didn't record the whole thing and end up having to change it all or record over it all. So now we're on 11 out of 14. Now this is being recorded at the time. And for first off, saying I lied. We weren't done with what was it? White space? Yeah. So what we have to do, it's pretty simple. We just have to put everything on a separate line. So right there, we have to do this, and we're done. At least we should be. Yes, we're finished. Okay. We earned a new achievement of completing 10 exercises. Alright, so next. The indentation. Okay, so the indentation. It is indent the code in index.html to match the W3C standards. So, what to do? This is basically stating that the paragraph 1, and then div, and then paragraph P2, so just P, this, and then this is responsible for maintaining the style of standard in HTML. At the time of writing, the W3C recommends 2 spaces. Recommends 2 spaces of the indentation. Okay, so that's simple. Okay, so basically we just like this, and then I don't even need this one. Okay, HTML code. I'm not sure if this is correct. This might be wrong. Alright, so these all have to be 2, I believe. 2 spaces. Because they're all HTML code. Okay, that's wrong too. Oh, it says right here. Okay, I'm such an idiot. Okay. Okay, so the body isn't indented at all. Gives an example right here. So the body isn't indented at all. There's no H1 on here. So I'll just indent these. Okay. Indent that 2, then 1, then none. Alright, let's try this. Perfect, we got it correct. Alright, so comments. HTML files also allow you to add comments to your code. Comments that begin with the arrow, exclamation mark, dash dash, and end with dash dash arrow. Any characters in between that will be ignored by your browser. So basically, this right here, sentence, this is a comment that the browser will not display. So I think we're gonna need that. Alright, add a comment to index.html explaining the purpose of code. Okay, so where do we put this? Run. Perfect, we got it correct. Alright, next. We're on the last lesson, the last chapter of today's lesson. And maybe another day I'll do the second lesson. Second part to it. Alright, review. Congratulations on completing your first lesson of HTML and CSS. You are well on your way to becoming a skilled web developer. Let's review what you have learned so far. Number 1, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language and is used to create the structure and content of a web page. Most HTML elements contain opening and closing tags with raw text or other HTML tags between them. Single closing tags cannot enclose raw text or other elements. Comments are written in HTML using the following syntax. That's arrow, exclamation mark, dash dash, space, comment, space, dash dash, arrow. HTML elements can be nested inside each other, inside other elements. Like the enclosed element is the child of the enclosing parent element. White space between HTML elements helps make code easier to read while not changing. Okay, we don't really need the rest of this. We'll just go add a body to the web page. So what we have to do, we have to go down here, space this out, do this body. This is basically just review. So go here, place body, then do p, then do hi, and this slash p, and this, and then go down a line, and do slash body, and that. Perfect. Alright, add a body. There. Copy and paste the following line within the body of the index HTML file. So basically, you just do this, and just paste it up here, go down a line, Control V, run. Bam! We're done. Congratulations, you've earned a new achievement. Lesson complete. Introduction to HTML. Alright, so today I'm going to leave it off right here, and next time I do this, we're going to pick up right where we left off here. And we're going to get into a sort of more difficult, more complex. It's going to take a lot longer than this. This was only like 30 minutes. The next one's probably going to take like an hour. Next lesson. So just, if you want to see more of this, if you want to learn more about HTML, just let me know in the comments or hit the like button, something like that. And if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. And we're having a giveaway going on soon. I don't know, whatever, for 100 subscribers. So you might want to enter that. Either I'll do a $25 gift card giveaway, and then or I'll do a $25 rank gift card giveaway. And then for people that play Minecraft that watch my channel, you can get a Blaze rank on Blaze rank or something on PvP Wars. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on HTML. If you guys are only here for HTML. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.